The world is tightening again. Just like before the great ruptures, everything feels familiar yet deeply unsettling. If history is cyclical, are we currently witnessing the trailer for a new world war? Economic turmoil, global crises, deepening social divisions. Lately, while watching the news, do you also get the feeling that history is repeating itself?
You can imagine the American economy is economic train moving down a track that has no ending.
But what if I told you that all of these events are actually part of an unseen cycle? Today, I'm introducing you to a controversial yet fascinating theory that attempts to decode the rhythm of history, the Strauss-Howe Generational Theory, and at its core, the prophecy of the fourth turning. History is the story of humanity repeating itself. Every rise prepares for a fall. Every hope sets the stage for disaster. And according to some researchers, this cycle operates with almost mathematical certainty. In 1997, historians William Strauss and Neil Howe asked a pivotal question: do societies much like individuals have a natural life cycle? And they discovered a remarkable pattern. Roughly every 80 years, about the span of a human lifetime, societies experience a major upheaval. A four-stage cycle: rise, awakening, decline, and crisis. A cycle in which each new generation must either carry or dismantle the legacy left by the one before. Because history is written not only with triumph but with concern too, and sometimes, even as a new world is being built, the seeds of its collapse are already being quietly sown. According to Strauss and Howe, this cycle is no coincidence. It's the inevitable result of psychological shifts embedded within the structure of society itself. And now, perhaps, it's time we ask ourselves that old question once again. Is a new storm on the horizon? According to historical cycles, every major transformation comes with a crisis so profound that it shakes not just systems, but the very core beliefs within people. At first, institutions begin to crack. Governments lose trust. People lose faith in the future. And society, far from standing united, is torn apart by fear and chaos. But at that very moment, great sacrifices are born. People set aside their personal interests and take action for the common good. New leaders rise upon the ruins of the old order. According to his newly released book, The Fourth Turning is Here, we are currently in the midst of a new crisis cycle. The 2008 global financial crisis, political polarization, the pandemic, and rising geopolitical tensions. From the climate change crisis to the societal impacts of artificial intelligence, we see systems everywhere cracking. Could all of these be signs? Are we on the brink of a new transformation? Strauss and Howe argue that generations are the key drivers of historical cycles. Another powerful undercurrent I've noticed is technology, continuously reshaping generations and the possibilities they believe are within reach. In the history of humanity, every major transformation began with a technological breakthrough. But these breakthroughs always gave birth not only to new tools, but also to new societies. 1945. After World War II, the world rose from its ashes. The discovery of nuclear energy not only redefined military power, but also peace itself. Stepping back in time, 80 years ago, 1865. When the American Civil War came to an end, amidst the destruction, railroads were woven into the veins of America. Steel production exploded. Cities rose toward the sky. Industry grew. A new economic order was established, extending from towns to nations, from individuals to industries. Another 80 years back. 1785. Immediately after the American Revolutionary War, not just a nation, but an idea was born. The principles of the Enlightenment spread across the world stage. Belief in science, reason, and liberty grew stronger. The first sparks of industrial production were ignited, and representative democracy became the herald of a new era. Each technological revolution has brought with it a new consciousness, a new vision of society, and inevitably new conflicts. Because technology didn't just create tools, it also changed the way humans view themselves and the universe. This is why there is an invisible yet powerful connection between technological revolutions and generational cycles. Each leap marks the end of one era and the beginning of another. Today, we are at a new threshold. Artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and clean energy. These are not just new tools. They are forces that will redefine the concept of humanity, society, and perhaps even our perception of reality. So, as with every transformation before, who will bear the cost of this shift? And most importantly, this time, will adapting be enough? Or will we need to become the change itself? And today, the footsteps of the great transformation awaiting us after 2025 can already be heard. In this era of rapidly evolving technology, we find ourselves at the very heart of this transformation. But this is not just a revolution. We are opening the doors to a new age, a brand new world. Artificial intelligence, the energy revolution, biotechnology. These are not merely tools. They are elements that are reshaping society, making people stronger, more conscious, and more connected. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool for processing data. It is becoming a system that makes decisions, produces, and thinks. The clean energy revolution challenges the reign of fossil fuels, solar, wind, hydrogen. They are quietly changing the future economic power balances. And space technologies. They are drawing a vision of a future with no limits. Bases on the moon, colonies on Mars, interstellar travel. These are no longer just science fiction. They are building new societies, new systems, and perhaps even new definitions of humanity. In this revolution, the boundaries of time and people are fading. In the end, what will remain? Will the power shaping the future of the universe be an evolution we cannot foresee? Or will we return to the old world order? Today, we stand at the threshold of a transformation, but this transformation is in our hands. We have the chance to build the new world together, and this time, we've got technology on our side.